There's a place in the woods called Aspen Ridge. This is where we call home. We are the Popple People. Welcome to our channel. We're glad you stopped by. In this episode, we're working on some more excavating at the Saw Shack build site, and a tragedy strikes with the crawler. Some folks have asked for kind of an overview of what we started with and what we've done for excavation so far at the Saw Shack build site. So here's where we started. You'll see the existing trail on the right and the existing, what I call the driveway into the build site. And this is where you turn at the wild plum brush, and that's in pink. If you keep going straight down that's where we're clearing a corridor, and we plan to do wood storage there. The part that is highlighted in yellow in the center is where it was already pretty flat and level, and then the hill kind of curved around that spot in a crescent. And the top of that hill is in green. So here's what it looked like when we started. The hill is fairly evident, and then going straight over on the left side, that's where the wood storage corridor was cleared out. So here in blue is where we added the new driveway that's coming in from the top of the hill down into that flat level part of the build site. The idea here was to create sort of like a cul-de-sac loop with the current existing driveway. And here's what the new driveway looks like, standing on the old driveway and looking up that hill. So here is a before and after of that new driveway. And finally, here is where the Saw Shack will be, with the backside kind of towards that crescent of the hill. Though that hill did get cut down quite a bit, so it's not as steep as it was before. And again, here's what it looks like now, and the Saw Shack will be off to the left. So we were out in the woods kind of poking around at the build site and had another idea and thought about extending the new driveway even more and adding a new road straight back out to the existing trail, but this time going behind the wild plum brush so we don't have a sharp turn in that driveway. So here's kind of what we were thinking. We didn't want to make a rash decision, so we decided to go to the beach and think it over a little bit. During our adventures, we found this really cool blue beetle. Any idea what it is? We have never seen one quite this color before, so if you do know what it is, let us know in the comments. We'd be curious to see what it might be. And after our contemplations, we decided to just go for it on the new road. So we were out clearing some brush, and it was another fairly windy day again today, and while we were out there, the top of another popple tree blew off, which was crazy because it wasn't really very far from where we were working. Well, here we go. We are committed now. So most of the dirt that's getting scraped out as we're building this new road is actually going to get dumped back at the Sawshack build site, and that is because we're trying to create a more gradual slope up the hill for this new part of the road. Here is another kind of orientation as to where we are doing all this excavating. So I'm standing in the woods on Aspen Ridge right now, and in the background here you can see our baby Christmas trees. These are the Fraser firs that are on the slope of this hill going down Aspen Ridge. And here's where the new road is being cut in from the existing trail. And then in the background here, you'll see the new driveway that we just put in at the Sawshack build site. So we're cutting in straight through here. So back at the Sawshack build site, here is the corridor where we'll be storing wood. And as I spin around here, this is where we'll be building up the grade and going up that hill where the crawler will be pushing through up on the top there. Our placement of this new road is very specific because we're trying to save this oak tree by routing the road off to the side, and then we're adding dirt to build that hill up instead of simply cutting into that hillside, so hopefully we won't damage the roots of that oak tree. So on this last big push over the hill, tragedy struck our crawler. A hydraulic hose burst, so it looks like we'll need to do some more repairs on this old girl. If you want to get a hold of us with questions or comments, please email us at thepopplepeople, all one word, @gmail.com, or plop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Stay tuned for our next video, where we'll have to do a hydraulic hose repair in the bush. Should be interesting. We'll see what the old mobile mechanic can do here. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to follow our journey, please consider subscribing. That way, you can be a Popple People too. We'll catch you next time. Bye.